In the spring of 1943, amidst the chaos of World War II, a small town in England named Riverton became the site of a chilling mystery. It wasn't bombs or soldiers that haunted this quiet place, it was something far darker. The disappearance of 3 young men would lead to something even more terrifying. This is the story of Riverton Bridge and the lost souls that still haunt it to this day. In the spring of 1943, George, Harold and Samuel, 3 young men from Riverton, decided to take a stroll to Riverton Bridge, a serene spot they often visited to escape the war. But on that fateful night, they never returned. Their families waited anxiously, but there was no trace of them except for one eerie clue. A torn piece of military uniform found near the bridge. The town was shaken. Despite searches and investigations, the 3 boys remained missing, their fate a complete mystery. As weeks turned into months, strange reports began to surface. People claimed to see shadowy figures near the bridge, figures that looked disturbingly like the 3 missing men. Some saw them standing still, others heard whispers carried by the wind. The most chilling account came from Mrs. Lawson, a local widow, who saw the boys' ghostly figures one night by the bridge. She described them as pale and lifeless, reaching out as though begging for help, before disappearing into the night. These sightings grew more frequent, and the locals began to whisper about Riverton Bridge being cursed, haunted by the lost souls of the 3 young men. In the spring of 1944, nearly a year after the disappearance, the local authorities decided to investigate. A group of officers set out one night to the bridge, determined to get to the bottom of the strange reports. They stayed until midnight, watching the mist roll in from the river. And then, as the clock struck 12, it happened. From the thick fog, 3 ghostly figures emerged. They were dressed in tattered clothing, their faces pale and lifeless. The officers rushed toward them, but before they could get close, the figures vanished into the mist. The officers were shaken to their core, but the most terrifying discovery came the following morning. Military boots, worn and muddy, were found near the woods by the bridge. The boots, however, were far too small to belong to the missing men. This left the authorities with an even greater mystery. Who were these ghostly figures? In 1952, a historian uncovered the truth behind the tragic disappearance. During World War II, Riverton Bridge was part of a secret military operation. The 3 boys, George, Harold and Samuel, weren't just ordinary young men, they were spies, tasked with gathering intelligence about enemy movements. On the night of their disappearance, they were ambushed by enemy soldiers and their bodies were never recovered.